What if I told you that the difference between someone who retires with millions of dollars and someone who struggles financially for life could start with just $100? Not 10,000, not even 1,000, just 100. Most people hear that and immediately think, that's impossible. $100 can't change my future. And that's exactly why so many people never start investing. They believe they need more money, more knowledge, or the perfect moment. But here's the truth. The biggest mistake isn't starting with too little. It's waiting too long. Imagine two friends. They're both 22 years old. The first one starts investing just $100 and adds a little money every month. The second friend waits because life is busy. They want a better job first. Then they want to pay off a few bills. Then they decide they'll start next year. Years pass. Eventually, they both invest. But one of them has something the other can never buy. Time. And time is the most valuable investment you will ever own. Money grows because time gives it the chance to grow. That's the secret almost nobody talks about. People obsess over finding the perfect stock, the perfect crypto, the perfect investment. But history shows something surprising. Starting early usually beats starting perfectly. Think about planting a tree. The best time was years ago. The second best time is today. Investing works the same way. Every dollar you invest becomes a tiny employee. Instead of spending your entire life working for money, your money slowly begins working for you. At first, it feels insignificant. $1 earns a few cents. Those few cents earn more cents.
Then, those earnings begin earning money too. This is called compound growth. Albert Einstein is often credited with calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, because once you understand it, you'll never look at money the same way again. Imagine rolling a tiny snowball down a mountain. At first, nothing impressive happens. It barely grows. You might even wonder if it's worth pushing. But keep rolling. Eventually, it becomes larger. Then much larger, then so massive that it seems unstoppable. Investing follows that exact pattern. The beginning feels painfully slow. The ending feels almost magical. That's why so many people quit before they ever experience the exciting part. They mistake slow progress for no progress. Now, here's another myth that quietly keeps millions of people broke. I don't know enough about investing.
Let me ask you something. When you first learned to drive, did you already know everything? Of course not. You learned one step at a time. Investing isn't about knowing every answer. It's about making enough good decisions to let time do the heavy lifting. Trying to be perfect often causes more damage than knowing very little. Perfection leads to procrastination. Procrastination steals years. Imagine opening an investment account. You deposit $100. Nothing exciting happens. The biggest financial changes don't happen overnight, until one day you look back and realize everything changed. One workout doesn't transform your body, but hundreds do. Small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary outcomes. You don't need to pick the next Apple. Many successful investors simply buy low-cost index funds. Consistency often beats prediction. The hardest $100 you'll ever invest is the first one. Years from now, you'll either look back and be grateful that you started with what you had, or you'll wish you had realized that $100 was never too small. It was simply the first step toward a completely different future.